Hi guys, this is Rachel from Rachel's Adventures with Jewellery, and today I'm going to show you how to make these bauble earrings just like I said in my last video. Again, these are actually really easy to make, so I thought it would be a nice YouTube tutorial to do. They are a brilliant beginner's project, but maybe not for a very early beginner. Once you've kind of mastered some of the techniques and have a bit of confidence, this is maybe a better technique to do then. If you're just in the very beginnings and you've just got your clay, it's maybe going to be a little bit difficult. I have no doubt that you could still probably do it, but you may find a little bit of difficulty. So to do this in this particular design, obviously you can decorate your baubles however you like, but for this one, we're using 3 colours of clay. You're going to need 2 head pins. Head pins are the one with the flat bottom. And 2 shepherd hook earring findings. And optionally, you can use some mica powder that matches your base colour. This is to give, I don't know if the camera will pick up on it, but it gives the base of the bauble a bit of a shimmer. So it needs to be the same colour as your base colour for your bauble, so it's just kind of giving a bit of shimmer on the top. So to start, you're going to take your base colour of clay. I'm doing some purple baubles today. They're not very traditional, but I have loads of purple left from Halloween. And I'm going to take my cutting blade and oh, this clay's gone a bit hard. There we go. Just cut off a quarter. And I'm doing this to show you exactly how much clay you need per bauble. So this is a quarter of a pack of Primo, and Sculpt Bee comes in quarters as well. You know, they have these lines down. And what you're going to want to do is cut that in half. So you're left with an 1/8. And then cut it in half again, so you have a 1/16. And this 1/16 is going to make 1 pair of earrings once you then cut it in half again. So you're going to have 2 earrings out of that 1/16. So you don't really need a lot of clay to do this at all. So what you're going to want to do once you've cut your 1/16 is condition your clay in your hands just by squeezing it and rolling it. I'm just doing it a bit off camera because it's quicker when I can see what I can do better. There we go. And then, once you've conditioned it a bit, you're just going to roll it into a ball. Like this. I'm trying to get nice and smooth because obviously most of this is going to be exposed, so you don't want any cracks or anything in your bauble. And do the same with your other piece of base clay. Get nice and soft. And roll it round to make a ball. Now, once you're happy with your base pieces of clay. You're going to take your head pins and you're going to pop them through the center, like so, and just push down to the bottom. And you're going to do that for both of them. Push. So you're left with these. They kind of look like cherries. And next, I'm just trying to move these out the way, they don't want to go. Next, we're going to start preparing our other pieces of clay for decoration. So I'm using this white clay to make the line that goes around my bauble. You could use any colour you want. Metal sort of colours work best, so your golds and silvers. But I just thought white would look quite nice. And you just want a small piece of white, or whatever your colour is going to be. And I'm just going to start rolling it out. Oh, I moved the camera. Into a sausage. Again, this is one of those techniques that if you're a pure beginner, you may need just a little bit of practice at, so that you can work on getting your snakes or sausages of clay quite even. And you're going to want this quite thin, which again, you're going to need a little bit of experience with, because they do tend to break when you're rolling them. Oops. So this has got quite long, and I'm quite happy with it. And I'm just going to cut it in half. So I've got half for each of my little sort of cherries. Next, I'm going to use my mica powder. If you don't have mica powder, then you can just skip this step, it's fine. But as I say, this just adds a little bit of Christmas sparkle to your bauble. So I'm just dipping my finger in the mica powder. I'm taking my cherry and I'm just gently rubbing that on to the clay, because I want it to cover the whole surface of the bauble. So just take your time, be quite gentle. Nearly done. And then, I don't know if the camera will pick up. Oh, it does. Look how shiny this one is compared to this one. So that's why I've used the mica powder. It just gives a nice sparkle, which everybody needs a bit of sparkle at Christmas, don't they? If you have some ultra fine craft glitter, you could probably use that as well. I don't know how well that would turn out, but you know, it might be a nice experiment. So if you do use some craft glitter, then please let me know how it went. I'm just quickly trying to coat my other bauble. in my mica powder. Trying to get it quite even as well. There we go. So once you're happy with that, give your finger a little clean, because we want it to be nice and clean for decorating, because you don't want to be putting mica powder all over your decor for the baubles. So first thing I'm going to do is take one of my baubles and take one of my pieces of white that we've rolled, and I'm just going to gently press the end on my bauble. And I'm going to, oh no, it fell off. Gently press it on, and then we're going to wind it up and down like this, all around the bauble. And I'm not quite happy with that. I want these bits to be closer together. Down, then up. And you're going to need to give that a good squeeze. Make sure it stays on the clay. And then I'm just taking my blade and cutting off the excess white that I don't want. And then where the two bits join, just gotta do a little bit of smoothing. And now I'm happy with that. And with the leftover, we're just going to roll it up into a ball. Like that. And pop it over the top of the head pin. Push it down to meet the bauble. And this is like the top sort of metally bit you always get on them. Like so. And I'm just going to do that for the other one. Making sure to give a good press as I'm going round. Ooh, this is quite hard to do on the camera, so I'm sorry if you're missing bits, but I'm sure you know how to do a wavy pattern. Give it a squeeze. And cut off the excess. If you're hearing funny noises in the background, it's probably my cat, Mr. Max. He's being a bit annoying today. There we go. Squeeze those ends together. Again, I'm going to take the leftover white and pop it over the top. So now we're left with these. And now to finish off decorating, I'm going to take a bit of pink. And you just need a little piece. Condition it in our hands, softening it down. And then I'm just taking small, That's probably a bit big actually. Very small pieces of it. I'm rolling them in my fingers to make a little ball. And you're going to need quite a few of them. I counted, if you did the same amount of waves as I did, you need 6 little balls of clay per earring. So I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So what you want to do is in between each wave, oh, that doesn't want to go on, there we go, is just pop on a piece of your chosen colour. Going all the way around. Like this. And do that for each. Obviously these don't have to be earrings. You could use them for pretty much anything. I said earlier they would make really cute phone charms. Or you could make a whole bunch of them and make a charm bracelet. You know, lots of different colour baubles. Here we go, there's our second one. Now these are ready to bake, and you could just set them on your tray like this and bake them. But I have a bead baking rack. Wonder if I can get it into shot. I have a bead baking rack that I use to stop getting a flat bottom on beads or things like this, and also to stop getting a shiny bottom from the metal. So to make them hangable on my rack, if I turn my rack this way, and I'm just going to take my pliers, hold them just above that lump of clay that we did to make the top, and I'm going to bend it, the head pin, at a 90-degree angle. Then I'm going to take my round nose pliers and pull it over the top of them so that I'm left with a hook. This is also going to be the start of our wrapped loop, but I don't want to make the wrapped loop just now because I might end up distorting my bauble and then all my work is doomed. So we're just going to leave it at this little loop stage, and then it can hang in my rack, no problem. And we're going to do that for each. So we just take our pliers, hold them at the base, push it over to a 90-degree angle, then with round nose pliers, pull it back over the top, so we get a hook, and that's going to go on my rack as well. So that is then your earrings ready to bake, and once they've come out of the oven and they're baked, you're going to want to glaze them with Sculpt Bee gloss glaze is what I'm using because Polymer Clay and Sculpt Bee are the same make. So once you've glazed them, they're going to be nice and shiny. Obviously, this is a different colour. These are ones that I made earlier, Blue Peter style. So you're going to be left with something like this. And I'm going to take my round nose pliers and put them in the loop that we previously made. And you're just going to bend. I'm going to use my other pliers to help. This is quite hard to do on camera, so I apologise now if it's hard to see what I'm doing. It's hard for me to see what I'm doing. I'm just going to bend that end round. So we have a nice little loop. I'm going to use my flat nose pliers just to straighten it up a bit. Then put my round nose back in and grab that end, and then I'm going to start twisting it. Metal tends to get quite tough once it's come out the oven, funnily enough. I'm just going to start twisting that, trying to be careful, and I'm not doing a very good job. Around the base. This is a rubbish tutorial on how to do a wrapped loop, I tell you that. But you will find a similar problem. It's going to be quite hard to manipulate the wire once it's come out the oven. So it's wrapped around underneath, and that's just going to do some extra security. And I'm just taking my pliers now and squeezing it, or at least trying to. It's not wanting to stay in place. Haha. Nothing ever works when you try and film it. And I'm just squeezing it to secure it. All the way around. And then we have a nice little wrapped loop on the top of our bauble. Quite haphazardly, but oh well. So once you've done that, you're ready to put on your shepherd hook. This is what that looks like. It's an earring finding. And never pull open the loop. Take your pliers, hold it, and just come towards you like this. It's like opening a door is the best way I had it described to me when I was learning. And then just pop on your bauble and close that door, and your earring is finished. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm sorry that the wrapped loop bit was a bit dodgy, but I tried my best. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope that you then go and make your own bauble earrings or bracelets or whatever you fancy making. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see what I get up to next, then hit the subscribe button, because next I'll be showing you how to make these nice little hollies, and I'm going to be turning those into earrings as well. I have a holly earring here. Isn't that cute? So if you're looking forward to seeing this holly, then please hit the subscribe button. and I'll see you next time. Bye!